What is up, guys, and welcome to another episode of Let's Talk series. Um, I want to talk about my work and how things have been going. So, as you guys know, I got a job, and I I've been there for almost a month, and I feel like I've gotten enough knowledge and whatnot to let tell a bit of a story anyway about it. So when I first started, I had no idea what I was getting myself into. I thought it was just going to be not an easy job, but not a hard job either, and it kind of is. So when I started in what they call GCA, which is essentially cleaning and prepping devices for consumers. So this is a reselling center where we get tons of items from tons of different places, and we just clean them, test them, do whatever, and we have different sections to do all the prepping for everything. Where I was when I started was the final part, besides like actually logging it. And I was there for about a week and a half or so, work day wise, and after about that time, my the higher up that's working on the floor with us asked if I needed anything and whatnot, and I told him, if you have anywhere else you would like me to be, just let me know, and I would be happy to go there. So he asked if I wanted to essentially go to testing, which is actually making sure the device works, it does what it's supposed to do, and whatnot. So before all that, I was cleaning and whatnot, and I was doing pretty good at it. I wasn't getting too many complaints. I had a couple of things wrong, but that was only because of certain conditions that were made. And so, yeah, I quickly changed how that was done for me in my head, so I didn't have that mistake again and whatnot. And after that time, I got into testing, and I enjoyed it a lot more than just cleaning and whatnot. And what I'm trying to say is, whenever you have a job and it has multiple areas that you could be working at, and they put you in one area but you think you'd be good in another area, don't just go like the first couple of days be like, yeah, I don't want to be in this part, I want to be over in that area, because they don't know your ethics, they don't know how you would do. Just do the job that you are put here for, and later on, if they see that you are doing a decent job at where you are, they can probably they'll probably think about whether or not it would be even worth it to move you to a different section, which is what they did with me. Because my numbers were pretty good whenever I was doing the cleaning and whatnot. I had pretty good. I was doing really good at what I was doing, and it seems like they were seeing that. But what they didn't know was I really did not want to be in that department in the GCA that they call it, which is the cleaning of the items, I really did not want to be there because that was like the most boringest thing to me, and it just did not work out for me. But I stuck to it until I got really good at it and was able to do it proficiently. And then whenever I asked if I could be moved, there was like no real hesitation to it. It was literally, you want to try this department? It's like, I can try it. And thank you for the opportunity for me to do something different. Like, don't just expect people to move you just because you asked. You have to prove yourself. And I actually know a few people from where I work are literally just like, yeah, I don't want to be here. Can I be moved to this department like a couple of days after they're there? And it's just like, really? You've been here, what, 2 days, and you're already wanting to move? You don't know the whole process of all of the department that you are in currently. Why are they gonna want to move you? That's literally like saying, yeah, I don't really like this job, but maybe if you move me, I'll like it better. I was like, no, because they're not going to move you at that rate. And they're probably just going to keep you there until you can prove to them that you are worth moving, or you just quit because you don't like it. And we've actually had a couple of people quit because apparently they did not like where they were, and they didn't want to try and work at where they were, so that way they can be moved whenever the higher up asks, oh, do you want to try this or this? What is it? So it's just like, wow, okay. So it was like, no, you can't be moved. You haven't done anything to prove yourself. So try and do something to prove yourself, and then we can move you. Just don't expect us to move you. So it was really stupid. But now that I've been moved, I've been learning a lot. And not saying that I didn't learn a lot from whenever I was moving, but or where I was before. But I feel like I'm learning a lot more in this department that I'm in, and instead of where I was, because while it is nice to clean and whatnot, cleaning is not that hard. You can literally clean anything with very little knowledge. And I actually go above and beyond, and with my stuff I actually open up my stuff to clean it, because used items, like say a handheld console, it's going to be a little bit gunky on the inside because of the human tissues, dead tissues and whatnot. That's going to be a thing. So I open it up so that way I can get into it. But here, they don't really open it up. I was like, okay, I'm just cleaning the outside. No biggie. And it really wasn't a biggie, because it was like stupidly easy. But now that I'm in testing, I'm learning a crap ton more. I'm doing so many things different, and it is really nice. So whenever you are able to move, make sure you move to a place where you feel like you are going to contribute more to the company than where you were before. Don't just move somewhere because you don't like where you are. If there is a department that probably needs people, and you're like, I could probably do that, then ask after like a week or so, or a couple of weeks, depending on how proficient you are at at the job you are at, in the position in the company that you are currently working, and they have more of a likelihood to actually move you. Just don't expect it, because not everybody is going to get moved. People learn at a different speed. People do things at a different speed. And yeah. But this last week, I learned multiple different things that I did not know previously, and because of that, I have a higher knowledge. And the person who is training me is like is saying that I'm picking up really quick, and that out of all everybody, all the new people, because I still am technically new, only a handful of people are getting things like rapidly and constant and actually keeping the knowledge, and I'm one of those people, which is really nice, because me having problems not knowing things, it actually is one of my pet peeves, not being able to know things that actually interest me, like how to fix a computer that probably needs to be fixed, but I don't know how to fix it. That kind of annoys the crap out of me. And so yeah, I'm learning all that stuff, and me and a couple of other people that are new have a really good base knowledge on everything now, and we are actually getting to learn more and more stuff quicker and quicker, because we're actually keeping that knowledge with us to be able to do stuff. So tomorrow, which is Tuesday, which is probably the day this goes out, I'm not entirely sure. It might go out Wednesday. I don't know. But just know that the Tuesday, I'm actually going to be learning something else new. And the higher up, not the higher up that moved me, but someone underneath that person has actually said that normally they give people like a week or two to learn the certain like items. So say like cell phones, they would give them a week or two to get down everything that is required for cell phones, and then after that, if they have gotten proficient enough on it, move them over to like say tablets or whatnot. Me, the first day I got there, I went on to cell phones, and then the next day I went on to what was it? Oh gosh, I don't even remember what it was. Bluetooth headphones. There we go. I got to do Bluetooth headphones, and that's not normally something that someone does their second day on that department. So it was like really interesting to see that I was not exactly getting special treatment, because I wouldn't say I was getting special treatment. We were having some problems locating like a lot of things, because the way they have their storage is a little off-putting. Kind of sets me off, because whenever I have stuff, especially in my room, I know pretty much where everything is at, and whenever I have to pack it up to move, because you guys know I have moved somewhere new, I will know where my stuff is, because I boxed it up so that way if I need it, I can just go to that box and get it. But this company just it kind of sets me off a little bit. But hey, what are you gonna do about it? It's not my company. I'm not a higher up. I can't like go ahead and rearrange the whole place, but semantics. Anyways, it got really hard to try and find stuff, especially since we were getting new people pretty much the next day. The day I went over to headphones, we got a couple of new people joining us. So it was like, you're going to go on headphones because we're going to teach two people how to do cell phones. So you want to do headphones? And I was like, okay. But it was literally like the day after I got there, I was doing headphones right after doing cell phones. It's like, it is actually a bigger change, but I was actually going a lot faster because cell phones, their checklist that you had to go through is a little bit long for cell phones, but with headphones, it's like plug it in, make sure the headphones work, make sure the left and right works. If it has a mic, make sure the mic works and whatnot. So I was like, okay, not that hard. And I was just getting through headphone after headphone after headphone, and the person that was training me was starting to get like, okay, we're kind of running out of headphones. Luckily, it was near the end of the shift whenever they said that. It was just like, oh, I am so sorry. I was just going. I wasn't paying attention to how many I was doing or how fast I was going, because apparently I was going pretty fast. And it was like, okay. And so, yeah. Basically, do your job whenever you get a new job. Don't expect like special treatment just because you're new. You're not going to get special treatment. If anything, they're going to start, if you are expecting special treatment, they're pretty much not going to respect you or even give you anything at that point. Even if after that you wait like a couple of weeks to a month to ask again, they're probably going to be like, yeah, no. You're kind of you were kind of selfish that the first week or so that you were here, just because it wasn't the department that you wanted does not mean that we're gonna have a place for you in any other department. So don't just no. And we do have other people, or we do have some space in other departments, but we don't feel that you are going to be a good fit in that department, and that's purely because you were more than likely being pretty selfish and trying to move because you did not like where you were. So just keep a low profile, do what you need to do to get good at what you were put there to do in the first place. And then once they see that you are doing really good, then the possibility of you moving to a different department is going to rise up. And at that point, then you can be like, hey, maybe if you want to move me over to a new place, so that way I can learn something new. Because a lot of companies are not going to be stingy on you learning different positions in the workplace, because in all honesty, that is like a plus for them, that you are eager to learn new things. Just you have to actually have a really good base set knowledge on where they put you in the first place, so that way they have like a basis to know how well you're going to do in other departments. And dang it, I lost track of what I was going to say. They really, a lot of companies will actually like that you're eager to learn other positions, because knowing that, then if a spot in one area of the company that you previously worked at and you did really well in has a hole and they need someone to fill it until they get a new person in to fill that spot, then they can ask you temporarily to go back to that spot and just work there. And if you don't complain and don't like, no, I don't want it, I'm going to stay here, in the future they're going to be like, oh, this guy or girl, I'm not going to discriminate, but I am going to say guy because it's like kind of what I normally say. This guy knows that we're not just putting him there because he's not doing a good job. He's doing a fantastic job, but we kind of need him in this spot right now, so that way we can try and refill it. And just know that they're not doing it to say that you're doing a bad job. It's just that the company needs someone in that spot, and you're the best qualified for it because you were there before, you did a pretty good job, or you did a really good job, and they kind of want you there so that way you can kind of look back and just like not forget what you learned in that area, but also because they are hoping they can fill it quickly. So I think I'm going to end it here. I rambled on about pretty much nothingness. And in all honesty, I probably rambled about nothingness. But I do hope you guys enjoyed it. And if it helped you a little bit to learn about how a lot of things are done at work, and not necessarily all the jobs that you go to are going to have this kind of structure, but there are jobs out there that have that kind of structure. Just remember, don't be that selfish person who wants to just move because, oh, I don't like this spot. Just work at where you are. You'll move up the chain after they see that you're doing a really good job. And yeah, if you did enjoy this video, just a little talking video about kind of my experience and my thoughts about a couple of things, then leave a like. I'll try and get more stories for like the working world. And until next time, have a wonderful day or night, depending on where you are in the world and when you are watching this. Bye.